we've got two cushions here.
Right.
Because the initial being too low, and you'll see why in just a second, you don't want to set anybody up for defeat. Like, we have to have a platform, a base to start from.
Right.
And so so where we're going with this is power moves. Power moves were created Parkinson's specific, but it's neurodegenerative.
Right.
And we worked on our first one. Do you remember what that was? Do you remember what I called it? It can be seated or standing, right? And it starts with your hands down at your sides.
Okay.
And then we do an external rotation where the thumbs go out.
Mm-hmm.
And what that does is it kind of inspires us to retract the shoulder blades, put the sternum out, and then really try not to have the chin jump forward.
Right.
And then we added angst to that by having to stand up first for it. So the elevated, you're like my Vanna White. You can't, don't pull the curtain. So these can be standing or seated, which is really nice because on a day where it's just not, you don't have the energy, you sit there and you do a power up. And it's 10 of them, just 10. It's good for everybody,
Yeah,
right? Whether you're typing, but that kyphosis, right?
Yeah.
That's caused by all different types of life choices.
Yeah.
My father, I have a quick story about my father who's still alive forever, because I said, if you can't remember it, just remember when you sit down at the table and you go to sit down to eat, power up. He goes, you've ruined every single meal after that, because it reminded him to do that. So that might be an option. Okay, you sit down, you're ready to eat, and then you're like, oh wait, here I am. Okay. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is just 5 power-ups seated, and we'll do 2 power-ups standing, because you've already done a whole bunch. All right? So you're going to do your power-up seated. Now remember, don't jump your head. So you're going to have your head up. You're going to think about retracting those shoulder blades. Almost like there's a pencil right back here, and you want to squeeze that pencil between the shoulder blades. So that's your first one. And then just relax. And even sag if you want. You can slump. And then next, external rotation. Look at that. That was better than the last one. Everyone should be better. You got 3 to go. Yeah, that's it. This is bad day, good day. 2 more. Most amazing blue eyes I've ever seen in my life. And smile.
Wow.
That looks good.
Those are Viking eyes.
Good for you.
Scottish.
Ready? And remember, stand first and then externally rotate.
No, he did. Oh.
There
Okay.
you go.
Should he rotate before he stands?
No.
No. Okay.
Nope. And go ahead and sit. Nice job, sir. Lovely. And I want those legs to relax. Because your next thing we're going to do a balance test. So I want those legs relaxed for a moment, okay? And we're going to touch. All right? That's the physical component. The mental component is I need you to say out loud, right, left, right, okay? Yada yada. Okay. All the way over and touch.
Right,
Good. Open it up. Good.
left,
Good.
right,
Good. Now, there you go. That's it.
left,
Okay, one more time each side.
right,
Yep. And
left.
lovely. Wonderful. Okay. So now you're gonna stand up, and I want you to take a wider stance. So when I talk about this is hip width apart, I'm gonna have you be wider than hip width apart. You can have a slight turnout. Once again, your hands are back out to your side. I'm retracting my shoulder blades, and my shoulders are down. And I'm gonna go right. Now, I want you to notice as I do this, I'm getting a torso rotation, right? Correct? Okay, so what happens here is no matter what you do, whether it's walking, running, skiing, when we move, we're gonna get to our gait, right? There's that torso rotation that happens. If you have, I watched a great video one time of a gentleman on a treadmill, like one of the professionals in my industry, and he had on a loose shirt on purpose, but look at the pattern that happens with the material. And that's something to think about. As you twist, see it? Right? We want that torso, this is the sagittal plane. We want that torso rotation. Okay? So go ahead, come on up, sir. Power up. Power up. Remember. There you go. Now, Go ahead and take a step forward from your chair. Let's not have anything tripping you up. No dogs, no chair. Now I want you to stand up tall. Don't think about anything else yet but your form. Nice and tall. Externally rotate those hands. Now bring those hands out to the side. Bend your knees a little bit so that you can keep the boat from rocking. And then you do your right and left.
Right. Right.
There you go. Look at it. Yeah.
Left.
Okay, stand tall. Regroup. I want you to regroup. If you feel really wobbly, I want you to regroup. I'm going to grab your belt. We're having fun now. All right, keep those arms up.
Right.
There you go.
Left.
Clap them together. Get all the way over to the side. Okay, stop, regroup. Power up, power up. There you go. One more time each side.
Right.
Yep. Last one.
Left.
Whew. Okay, stop. Told you it gets harder. That would be a good trainer. Honey, I missed that.
Right.
I was eating your donut inside. Just kidding. Very nice,
Left.
Steve. And open. Good. Right there. Perfect.
Beautiful.
Okay, so that translates. I'm a lot shorter than you are. You're fine right there. As I'm going to put it up against the wall. When you're back home, and then you'll have it right up against the spine. And this is good for you too, Ken.
Okay.
This is a good one where you can feel this, and you still have the ability to do that power up.
Mhm.
And there's room to get those elbows back there slightly. Okay,
Mhm.
so that's good if you can't do it on the ground. Also, the long ones are wonderful to open up the sternum, to stretch out the pecs, anterior deltoid, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna put this, you're gonna be back up against home, put it right there at the back. And this is almost too small for a big torso.
We've got a bigger one at home.
Yeah. Now, I want you to think about relaxing this. Have you ever damaged this shoulder?
That's not pretty.
Just
Left.
this, yeah, okay. So what happens when you have a damaged, river guy, I got bad shoulders. But you tend to, it's almost like you're protecting it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's going to be, this is the stuff that you can help remember. I'm throwing a bunch of stuff, and that's what happens the first time.
Thank you.
okay?
Thank you.
But I want you to be able to look, both of you, in the mirror,
Yep.
and if you're jacking up one shoulder,
Mhm.
posturally, look in the mirror when you're brushing your teeth, and we'll get to that's gonna come to your balance here in a second. But if you see that, then, I tend to jack up my right shoulder.
Mm.
Okay, so your shoulder is higher.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'm gonna help
Good.
you a little bit.
Good.
Now, externally rotate, stand up nice and tall. See if you can get those heels back against the wall. There you go. Feels weird, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very weird.
And that's a little too much because,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. But the idea is to be nice and tall. Very nice. Looking good. Okay. Relax for a minute. Do you need to sit down for a second? We're gonna
No.
do facing this, so if you decide you're gonna go forward, you get to skin your nose.
Mhm.
All right? And from here, I'm gonna have you do a cross. This is a cross rocket reach. I shifted my weight to the right. I'm reaching across with my left. And then I'm gonna shift my weight, all right? What's interesting about this move, Steve, I'm gonna slowly turn it over here to how we walk.
Oh, I see.
Mhm.
All right. What starts to happen are people overthink gait. Oh, we see this a lot, right?
Yeah.
That's not how we move. We move opposite, opposite, opposite. Then it's back to that. Remember that? Yeah. All right. So feet are wider. All right. Dizzy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, feet are wider than hip width apart. You're gonna get closer to the wall. Closer to the wall. I didn't even ask you. I'm a toucher. Is that okay? Hands on. Okay, so I want you to just do a trial run. So as you reach across, you gotta put all your weight on that opposite.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? So it's almost like a ballet move. You get to point with that leg and then shift your weight to the other. Now, the advantage, the added advantage you have is the extension of the shoulder, so you're really gonna stretch out, because what gets tight as we age too? That extension of the shoulders. You're gonna be tired tonight. And reach up, good. Okay, shift and shift. Make sure you're shifting that weight side to side. Can you get a little bit closer for me so you're not leaning into that wall? All right, there you go. Here we go. Now, here's the fun part. Here's the assessment. I'm gonna throw in an assessment, okay? I'm gonna have you do as many cross, rock, and reaches as you can do. I hope that's not a dentist. Alright, so listen up for a second. You're gonna do as many cross, rock, and reaches as you can in 1 minute. And we're gonna try how many. Alright? Like to start. We're doing a seated rock and reach, or power rock. My left leg's gonna go out to the side, my right leg's gonna extend. Okay? Alright, sweetie, over here.
Come here, guys. Buddy.
Alright,
Come on.
so now, you're gonna take your forearm, put it right there on your quad. Exactly. Just like you're hanging out, ready for a beer or cigarette. That's not. Hey, sweetie. Okay, so now this hand, as much as you can, just like you did up at the wall, you're gonna reach over and across. And I want you to feel that stretch all the way through your rib cage. And if you can straighten that arm as much as you can and get that bicep by your ear. Right? So that stretch is really exaggerated. You really want to stretch. And then you can make it even harder by rotating and looking up past your bicep. I know. And you can stop. All right. Go ahead and relax. So those are just, that's all this is. Right? We're going to switch to the other side. Right?
Okay,
I know. Can you show me the other side?
sure.
Tell me, you get set up there, right? Okay, wait. Let's get that elbow, get your forearm on your quad. There you go. And then you want to bring that bicep as close to your ear as you can. This side's better. Did you notice the difference?
Much
So
better.
Feel that stretch.
Wow, honey. That's great.
So just, isn't that interesting too? Because this is the
That-
shoulder that is.
Yeah.
muffling.
Yep.
I know what I'm doing now.
Oh, good. Okay, so switch to the other side. Show me the other side again. Yep, you got it, sir. But first, not past it, I want you to open it up. You're trying to look here, under, here.
Oh.
There you go.
Nice.
Good. Really
Very good,
lean
Steve.
on that left arm if you can. And just, what you want to do is you want to feel those rib cages opening up, all right? Maybe even your groin on the straight leg. That is the seated rock and reach. Okay. Power step, if you will. And it's kind of like the twist. You're here. We can incorporate the hands if we want to, but more than anything, what I want to do is, and you have to say it out loud again too, because that's the cognitive. That's the mind-body connection. Right, center, center. Left, center, center. Right, center, center. Okay? Sitting up nice and tall. You can choose which direction you want to go, but I need to hear it.
Okay. Right, center.
Hold on. So, you can do this, but you can't do this. You have to meet it, just like with your hands, remember? Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Right, where?
Wait, don't you fall off of there. Scoot back. Scoot your fanny back. I don't want you falling down. Can you imagine the first day? He looks all beat up, and you go to see your friends, and they're like, "What'd you do?" "Oh, I worked with a trainer." All right, sir.
Center.
Thank you.
Left. Ah.
It's okay. I'm just here. 'cause
Well,
I-
why is that? Why am I having problems getting over?
I would say it probably has to do with a little bit of flexibility. It probably has to do with what's going on in your brain, giving a message to that left leg. It might have to do with, we haven't even done the flexibility, maybe your left hip doesn't like going that way. Do you have range of mobility right there with that
Well,
left
it's
leg?
the same in the right though.
All right, wait, keep your legs both forward right now. Put both feet right there flat in front of you. No, just in front of you. How far out can you just take that left leg? Now, that's how you start. Head up. Take that other leg over there.
I can't.
Well, you will. We'll get there. Okay. It's okay.
You could do
So
it.
that right there is something we're gonna work on. So there's something going on right there, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, well,
Yeah.
we'll figure it out. That's what we're doing. All right,
Okay.
bring it back. To the center, always to the center. Now take that right one out. That's great. Okay, left foot. All right. So how cool is this that we know we've got something to do? Okay, back to center.
I already waited.
Whee! The fun club. Maybe we start with this one every time and then we finish with this one and I'll bet you're 10 times better.
Yep.
Get yourself centered. All right, so do it for me one more time and then that's enough because I don't want you frustrated. That's not what we're here for. So I want you to focus on that left leg all by itself going out there.
Yeah.
It's all right by itself. Now bring that right leg over to say hi. You got it, you got it, you got it, you got it. That's okay.
Right.
So part of that also, I'm gonna give you a heads up, part of that is your core.
Yeah.
You have to be able to lift from your core to get that leg over,
And
right?
maybe
And we haven't even gotten to abs. That's not today. All right, bring it back to the center. Keep your head up, keep your head up. There. Now,
Good.
take it to the right. And back to center. I've already got this image of you tonight.
Yeah.
You to power up and stand up for me. Let me see those external hands. So I want you to think about that. Anytime you walk by a friend on the Malecon, see somebody, and even if you have your walking sticks, you can go, hey, power up.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Probably not as easy with those walking sticks. That's kind of a weird, it feels weird, but you
Yeah.
get my.
Yeah.
Okay, so now, you're gonna be able to do this. I was gonna have you do a chair assist, but you're not gonna do it. Okay, so power step is not unlike power up. You're in your initial position, but now you have to take a step with it. So I'm gonna have you stand tall. You're not doing your external rotation for just a moment because you're gonna do it in a second. And you're just going to step forward and put your weight, there's that rock and reach almost, right? You're shifting your weight to that front leg and you're powering up. And then you're gonna step it back, which is a little awkward, I know. And then you're gonna power up and step forward with the left leg, and I'm right here for you, okay? All right. Okay, wait. Step back from me one more time, or let's start, actually, you know what, stay where you are. So, don't jump the gun, just take one step forward, stop, right there, all your weight's on this leg, right? Okay, now I want you to externally rotate. Now you have to step back. You got it, that's all right, I'm right here. I'm gonna shift to the other side, and you won't always have me here, that's not what we're doing, I'm just showing you today, okay? You're gonna be successful, don't worry about your power up, just be. You can even do your slouchy. Start with your slouchy. You're gonna step forward with your left and then power up. One leg, put all your weight on your left, and externally rotate those hands. And now you have to step it back. Good. We're gonna do one more time each side. Ready? Right foot forward, weight on it, power up. Then step back. Think about it. Pause for a second. I want you to think about what you're going to do. You're going to step forward. All of your weight's going to go on that left leg. Then you're going to externally rotate the hands. Shoulder blades back. Go. Weights on the left. Power up. And step it back. Okay. You're going to, I'm going to break it down. Step back with your right leg. So I'm shifting my weight to that right leg. So this is a reverse step. I'm hinging at the hips, and as I do that, right, all my weight is on my right leg. I'm gonna de-weight my left leg, and the toe comes up so that I prove that it's de-weighted, right? So all my weight's here, and I'm hinging at the hips. This is what happens when we walk backwards, so we're breaking it down. All right, so I'm gonna do that again. You're gonna step back with your right, hinge at your hips, bend the knee, de-weight. Come forward, the left leg, opposite. Stepping back with the left, hinging at your hips, I'm bending my knee, de-weighting my right leg. It's It's a lot to remember, but it's just breaking down how we go backwards. Okay? I know, what a wonder.
Doing like this.
I know. So all I want you to do is step back with your leg. That's it. Now I want you to hinge. Does that make sense? Hinging at your hips. Go down this. Got it. And lift that toe. You did it. You did it right off the bat. Now step back up. You're done with that sentence. Immediately.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
I'm gonna
good.
switch. Actually, I'm going to stay out of the way. All the weight's on the left. Bend that left knee. Hinge at your hips. That's my snort. Come back up. You did that perfectly. But it's to remember, and the first progression is to just understand that what we're doing is we're breaking down how we walk backwards. And that's what the brain has to remember. And as we start to remember and start to practice it, it becomes more automatic. So put your weight on that. That's it. Now it's not sticking the booty out. You've got to watch out for this. What are you doing? Let's see. You're going here. See that? Yeah. Hinging at your hips. Not sticking the booty out. You have to watch that. We'll start with everything. I'm going to tell you what I like. You want to know what I like? He's like, I don't get a choice. Oftentimes, as you get more and more uncomfortable, remember, there's this tendency to I can't remember, right?
Right,
But you don't
right.
even have a hesitation. You're doing the opposite, and I want you to this time exaggerate that. Do exactly what you were doing, but just do it bigger in your brain. Don't lean forward.
See.
Yeah, don't even think about it. Now I gave you too much. Yeah.